Hey there, how you doing? Henry Olsen here from Super Simple Guitar. Today we're going to be learning one of my favorite AC/DC songs, You Shook Me All Night Long. I'm going to be showing you all the details. We're going to be learning the intro. We're going to be learning the verse. So if you like this lesson, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That really helps me. Subscribe to my videos so you get more videos. And tell a friend, that really helps me out too. All right, let's get into the intro now. All right, so welcome to the intro. So what I'm doing now is holding my first shape, and what I'm doing is I'm holding what looks like a D chord just pushed up to the 7th fret. All right, so my first finger is on the 7th fret, okay? And we don't need the middle finger, but we're just going to be using our first and our ring finger, right? Now, what I want to tell you here is that there's two ways of playing it, either with your ring finger or with your middle finger, okay? I prefer to use my ring finger because it allows me to get to D major, which is our next shape, faster and more easily rather than using my middle finger, okay? Now let me just explain to you really quickly why it would be good for you to use your middle finger, or why it's easier in this place that we are now, and that is because our next little shape is going to be with our pinky on the 10th fret 2nd string, right? And that stretch is going to be easier to do if you're holding your middle finger down, rather than holding down your ring finger and then making that kind of bigger stretch to the 10th fret, okay? So you can choose what's easier for you. I like to use my ring finger. You can also use your middle finger if you like, okay? Okay, so now that that's kind of explained, let me show you the notes. So I'm going to be holding it like this, and I'm going to be playing the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string at the same time. So I'm going to strum down on those 3 strings, right? So then with my pinky, I'm grabbing the 10th fret 2nd string. So that's, and then again, I'm strumming down on all 3 strings. So that's, and then I'm going to remove my pinky, and I'm going to play this same shape, but now only the 2nd and 3rd string 2 times. So that's, and now I'm going to remove my ring finger. Okay, so that's, so the melody is, okay, and now to end it off, I'm going to go 3-2, and then I'm going to move into that D major chord. So really slowly, I'm strumming down. Okay, and it's kind of like a D sus2 shape, except I'm not playing the 1st string. I'm only playing the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. So one more time, really slowly. Listen to that melody and try to mimic it. You don't have to be perfect with this, right? Also, when you're strumming down, if you hit all 3 strings the whole time, it's not that bad. Or if you only hit 1 string, it's also okay, okay? So you don't need to be perfect with how many strings you're hitting here, right? What matters is kind of the melody, this. Okay, so one more time. One last time. Okay, so that happens once. And then what you can do here is pedal the 4th string bass. So hit those 3 strings and kind of do 1, 2, 3, 4 before you move into this note here, right? So And what that's doing is I'm just mimicking the second guitar because there's two guitars in the intro, right? So, but you don't need to do that. It's enough to just do. Okay. Okay. So once you're here, we're just going to strum those 3 strings once. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the fourth string, 3rd fret with my middle finger. So my middle finger is going to hop up. So okay, so I'm hitting that note. I'm doing a little upstroke there, kind of aiming for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. So okay, so alright, and now what's going to happen is again with my middle finger. So, and what I'm doing there is I'm doing a little hammer on from the 3rd to 4th fret. So, and then I'm doing a little stroke up with the pick. So, and then a pull off at the end. So that's. Okay. All right. So all together. One last time. And you could pick the 3rd to the 4th if it's too hard for you to do that, okay? If it's too hard, that hammer, if it's too hard, you could just pick it. Or then the last thing is a little pull off there, okay? Okay, so you let that ring out, and then that brings us into our next part, okay? So I hope that the intro is clear. Watch it a couple of times rather than trying to memorize where to put your fingers. Listen to the melody. Right? I messed up there the last time. Okay, so listen to it a couple of times, really try to get it into your ear. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, and you can also kind of do your own thing with it as well. Like you could just go, right? So I totally just butchered it now. It still sounds okay, right? So it doesn't have to be perfect. I really highly suggest that you play with it and kind of make it your own, right? And you could kind of use this little thing here to create your own little riffs, right? So you could. Right? So use these notes to create music rather than trying to make everything be perfect and sound exactly like the original. Okay, I highly, I can't stress how important that is. All right? Okay, so let's get in the next part now. I will see you there. All right, see you there. All right, so here we are at the verse. So what I'm doing now is I'm playing a G major chord, but what we're playing is what I call the AC/DC G, or a power chord G, right? So I'm holding what looks like a G major shape as you normally play it, just with my first finger, I'm not applying pressure, okay? And what that's doing is muting it out, right? So I'm playing that G, right? And then I'm going down to a C add 9. And if you don't know these chords, you can download my free picture chord book. You can find the link for that right under this video and just click on it, okay? So G, and I'm gonna just call this a C throughout this lesson, but it's really a C add 9. So it's G, C, C, G, C, G, D. All right, so that's kind of our first part. So G, C, C, G, C, G, D. And then it's gonna go G, G, D, G, D, G, C, C, G, C, G, D, G, G, D, G, D, G, happens a couple of times, and then he goes into a D. So the whole thing goes like this. So he does that a couple of times, that whole thing, and then he goes into a D, then he adds a D sus4, right? So that's just my pinky coming down here on the 3rd fret, 1st string, so. And then he releases the pinky, right? And then that leads us into our chorus that goes like this. So first I'm hitting the bass. Then I'm playing the open 5th string, 2nd fret 5th string, and then the 3rd fret 5th string. Strumming down, so sorry, not that strum afterwards. So it's G, so bass, G, 0, 2, 3, and then we're gonna have some single notes going. So I'm playing the 3rd and the 2nd string. So okay. And then I'm going to the 2nd fret 5th string. Again, 3rd string, 2nd string. So and then I'm playing the open D string. And then again, open A, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. Okay, so and then it repeats. And then you're back into the G, C, C, G, C, G, D, G, G, D, G, D, G, right? Okay, that's really the entire tune. That's what's happening throughout the song. All right, so that's basically the tune. Have fun playing it, listen to it, and if you can't get that intro, don't be hard on yourself. Just kind of play with it and don't be afraid to make your own thing out of it as well, okay? That's really a very, very important thing. All right, so I hope this video made sense. If it did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe on YouTube, and I will see you very soon with more lessons. All right, take it easy. Bye-bye.